Hey guys, this is Mr. Lofton. I'm going to be here to give you guys some educational support as we continue our little break here. Miss Justine is pushing out a variety of articles, so I thought I would go through some of those with you, read them with you, and maybe kind of go through some of the answers as well. So I'm going to be giving her video links that you guys can click on, and I will read through them. Um, So looking at my computer screen, the first article I'm going to do is Andrew Luck is not alone. Kids quit sports when they're no longer fun. I will be having this at 790. It's going to be default set at max for the reading level. If you want to adjust that, you can click on that and you can go to any of these different Lexile levels. So if you remember what your Lexile level was, you can click on any of those. I'm going to be reading from 790. If some of you would like to put it at a lower level, that's fine, but I'm going to go ahead and read it to you at 790, okay? So, going ahead and just kind of looking through this, the title is Andrew Luck is not alone. Kids quit sports when they are no longer fun, okay? Andrew Luck, just to give you guys a little bit of background knowledge, was a quarterback for the Indianapolis Colts. He recently retired, and so this article is going to be all about his retirement and why he decided to stop playing, okay? So this picture is captioned, Indianapolis Colts quarterback Andrew Luck warms up before an NFL preseason game on August 17th, 2019 at Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis, Indiana. A week later, the 29-year-old announced his retirement, stunning the sports world. Okay? We move now into the body of the text. The National Football League, NFL, season has yet to start. However, football fans have already been surprised by something that happened. Andrew Luck shocked the sports world on August 24th. The Indianapolis Colts quarterback said he will retire. That means he plans to stop playing football. He is only 29 years old. The football star is a four-time Pro Bowl player. Luck may have had his best season last year. He had 39 touchdowns in 2018. He also threw almost 4,600 yards. That is the length of more than 38 football fields. Cycles of injury. However, Luck has had a lot of injuries during his football days. He has hurt his shoulder, ribs, abdomen, and kidneys over the years. He has also had a concussion. A concussion results from a blow, usually to the head. Some of the short-term effects of a concussion are headaches, dizziness, vomiting, and disturbed sleep. Studies show concussions also have long-term effects. These include memory and attention difficulties. Luck also had pain in his calf and ankle injuries this preseason that kept him on the sidelines. Luck said the cycle of injury, pain, and recovery has taken away his joy of the game. That is why he quit. Luck's situation is different from that of kids who play sports. Kids are not paid millions of dollars. Kids would also not have the long list of serious injuries like the professional football player. This next section is called Kids Have Something in Common. However, kids who play sports do have something in common with Luck. They often walk away from their sports sooner than expected. They also walk away for similar reasons. A poll by the National Alliance of Youth Sports a couple of years ago found that 7 out of 10 kids quit playing sports by age 13. A big reason for kids quitting is because it's just not fun anymore. Kids' sports and youth leagues are similar to professional sports in some ways. The seasons go on for too long. There is too much intense pressure during games and tournaments. There are also too many adults who take the kids' sports too seriously. There is also more emphasis on winning and finding the best players as the kids get older. Those are the athletes who will move on to higher levels of competition, such as high school or traveling teams. Youth teams and youth leagues do not seem to have space for teenagers who just like to play, but may not be the best. It is not surprising that so many of those kids get the message that they are not good enough to play. Joy and fun are small words, but they are a big deal in sports. Washington University conducted a study a few years ago. The study asked young athletes what made sports fun for them. The kids said things like getting playing time, getting along with other teammates, and trying their best. Winning games and playing in tournaments were not that important to them. One thing is clear: players will walk away when the game stops being fun for them, or stop giving them joy. That is the same for a star NFL quarterback or a 12-year-old midfielder. Okay? Miss Chastain has some questions that she wants you to answer. And if you guys are logged in as students, you'll get to see those. I'm going to zoom out here real quick. So if I go to articles and quiz, I'm going to go down here and I'm going to read through these one at a time for you guys. So according to the article, what is the relationship between fun and kids sports? Is it A, playing sports is mostly fun for kids over the age of 13? B, kids think winning is the most fun part of playing sports? C, kids will quit playing sports if they stop having fun? Or D, adults want kids to have fun playing sports in leagues? So if I'm to maybe restate that question and give you guys a little bit of extra information about what they're looking for, they're looking for, why do kids stop playing sports? What's the best reason why kids stop playing sports according to that article? Okay, so of those four options, looking back into the text, what reasons did they give you in the article as to why kids stop playing sports? Was it more about kids having less fun? Was it about adults want kids to have fun playing sports in leagues? Like, kind of think through those and answer the best you can, okay? So on number 2, why was Andrew Luck retiring? Remember, Andrew Luck was the quarterback that initially this article was about. So was it A, that because his injuries took away his joy? B, because he felt that he was not playing well? C, because the Colts wanted to replace him? Or D, because there were too many games and tournaments? So it says something pretty specific in there about why Andrew Luck stopped playing football. Did it have to do with his injuries, or did he feel like he wasn't playing well because the Colts, the team that he was playing for, wanted to replace him, or because there were too many games and tournaments? It says specifically in that article why he stopped playing. If you're looking for a keyword, if you hit Control F, and maybe you wanted to see the word retirement, see how that text box opened up on my screen? You can hit retire and find any time where it talks about retirement in there. So it said one time here in the article, and then it said one time up here in the picture. So you can kind of scroll through the 2 times where it's mentioned in the article about his retirement, and that can maybe help you go back through if you don't remember specifically why. And if you can just kind of look for a keyword, that'll take you to the exact part of the article where it talks about that. Okay, the third question on here was, read the section "Kids Have Something in Common." Which sentence from this section shows why kids stop playing sports? A, they often walk away from their sports sooner than expected. B, a big reason for kids quitting is because it's just not fun anymore. C, kids' sports and youth leagues are similar to professional sports in some ways. Or D, the kids said things like getting playing time, getting along with their teammates, and trying their best. So again, you'll have to think about just this section, okay? We can eliminate the whole article, but kids have something in common. That's this section right here. And you have to use that information in that paragraph in that section in order to answer that question. Number 4, read the section Kids Have Something in Common. So again, this is just talking about that one section. Which detail supports the conclusion that kids' sports and professional sports have things in common? Was it A, the seasons go on for too long? There is too much intense pressure during the games and tournaments? B, those are the athletes who will move on to higher levels of competition, such as high school or traveling teams? C, winning games and playing in tournaments were not that important to them? Or D, that is the same for a star NFL quarterback or a 12-year-old midfielder? So this is kind of a two-part question. You have to figure out what detail supports the conclusion. So you have to figure out, first off, what part is it that they're talking about in that section where it's talking about kids and professional sports having something in common, and then you have to decide which of those 4 options best supports that. Okay, so just like when we were writing our articles, you have like a main idea and then you have supporting details. You have to figure out which of these is a supporting detail that supports the idea that kids sports and professional sports have something in common. Okay? So that's pretty much the article, and that's what Miss Chastain's expecting you guys to do. I will point out to you guys that you guys still have this Read and Write app. If you click on it, it opens up that text box. I'm a big fan of using the hover speech. So if you'll see where my cursor is now, it says hover speech. You click on that, and then you just simply put your cursor wherever you want it to start talking.
Andrew Luck is not alone. Kids quit sports when they're no longer fun. Present.
And it may read in kind of an odd way like that, but it does give you that option. So if there's something that maybe either Mr. Dillner pushes out or some other teacher pushes out, you can feel free to use that that feature on your computers as well. I hope to hear from you guys. I hope that you guys are still able to contact me through email, you or your parents, if your parents are doing this together with you guys. Parents know that those are some options that you have to have things read to them online. You guys can always ask me questions. If I'm not getting back to you within the hour, it'll probably be within the day. I try to check multiple times per day. So again, my email is rlofton@wolves.k12.mo.us. So feel free to ask me any questions, or if you have any issues as you go through any of these articles, let me know, okay? I miss you guys, and keep on watching these videos if you're needing any help with these articles, okay?